Ani sego wache bojo pego tit. Senecas knomagem kun mina mampi akingetek mi gwenda enagdanjgejik. Nishnabek wendat minahod nashoni. Dapnanan Treaty 13 Toronto Purchase. Ganos Wind Kadmuat Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation. Minwa Williams Treaty. Ginos Wind Kadmuat Mississaugas Minachipwas. Kinago Enching Treaty Vemadsajik. Abdeko. Qui mando kime. Kinamadwin man na dendwin. Minwa we nagdwin mang nunga manda. Kigiyabe en daat. Yawan Mibna Nishnabek Mina Métis Mina Inuit. Kitchenenda me Kina Mamwewi Nagdwenj Ge Man Da Ake Mina Nebish.
Please welcome to the stage your host Santiago.
Well. Hello, everybody. My name is Santiago, and I'm excited to be your host today for Behind the Seat, Behind the Spark. So, first, I want to thank each one of you guys for being here. I want to thank the people online watching as well. I just want to thank you guys. It means a lot to me and my team. And just remember, EMP Talks isn't just about gathering up and listening to important information, but it's about connection, growth, and hopefully spark some inspiration. All right? So before we begin, I want to thank our sponsors today. So shout out to Seneca Alumni and shout out to SSF. Thank you so much, guys, for sponsoring us. Perfect. Now, everyone, please stick your phones up. We're going to play a little game. We're going to, come on, guys. We gotta lose it up a little bit. So take your phone up. Take your time. We're going to play a little Kahoot. Don't forget to put your name, and because there will be prizes. And for the people watching at home, so sorry, the prizes will not be delivered today. So just take your time. Yeah, so sorry about that. All right. We got a lot of people, huh? I'm liking this. All right, we have, there it starts, guys. So this game is called Guess What's Wrong. So you guys be ready, all right? I need you guys to really pay attention. So what's wrong here? Just really look at it. I'm joking, there's nothing wrong there. It's just us. Anyway, so now pay attention to this image. Take a moment, you visualize it. Perfect. So these are the questions. So what's wrong? The audio levels are right because they're sitting at minus 18 dB. The audio levels are wrong because they're not set to 12 dB. And some green lights telling me how loud I am. So just take your time. All right, we're going to the next one. Let's see who's coming up. Jaden. All right, Bernardo, I see you. All right, guys, so is this camera properly Y-balance? Take a look at it. Perfect. True or false? This one might be tricky. I think we give you guys a lot of time. Can you see there? All right. Perfect. Let's see. Oh, there was a big change there. Annie coming up. Perfect. So, guess what's wrong in this picture? That was a crazy one. I can't lie. All right. Over under cable coiling, we have just a guy minding his own business and improper cable management. Which one is wrong? Which one is right? All right. So, yeah, that was improper cables management. Perfect. Oh, David coming up. Perfect. All right, guys. So what's wrong in this picture? I want you guys to look at the guy. Just visualize what's happening. So the guy is happy to see the performance. The guy is loving his new Jordans, or the guy is not wearing his steel toes. What's right? What's wrong? This is really good troubleshooting right here. He really is. All right. So I'm afraid this is the last one. Take a look at the guy's expression. Is he happy? I don't think so. So the tech guy is happy. The tech guy lost all his media files, or the guy just won the lottery. Yeah, I want to win the lottery, honestly. Oh my God. I thought he was winning the lottery, honestly. All right, so we have our places over here. We got Annie coming up with the first place. We got David second place, and Rhonda with the third place. Whoa. So everyone, your name, please put your hand up. Rhonda, David, and Annie. Perfect. So we'll hand it up. We'll hand up the yeah. So second and the third one. So sorry guys for the people watching online. It will not be delivered today. Perfect. So let's get right into it, guys. So today I'm excited to welcome Matthew Hamlin, Director, Operations Spotlight in Audiovisual Industries. Matthew is a person you want on your show. He has experience with talent, stage, and AV tech. So please give it a welcome to Matthew.
Morning, everyone.
Take a seat. All right. So Matthew, first off, I just want to ask you, how are you today? How are you feeling?
Honestly, I'm good besides the snow, but I feel like everyone kind of relate to that, right?
Honestly, I feel like it's Christmas now, honestly. So I want to start by asking you, can you tell us a bit about SAVI and who they are, what do they do, what kind of events do they specialize on?
So SAVI is a event production company. We work all around from the AV side to design side to full execution. So as far as those show callers, anything along that line during the event as well, we supply. We work on mainly corporate events, but also do some private.
Whoa, coming up strong. All right, so now I want to know about you though. So can you explain to me what is your day-to-day? What is it that you do?
So for me, if you've been in this industry, no day is the same. And I can say that right off the hop. So it's hard for me to say like my day-to-day schedule. But normally for my role, I work along my logistics manager who deals with all of my kind of scheduling, trucking. And then I oversee the full operational side of what events are happening, what are the plans for them, and what events kind of do what we need to show some love to for that day.
Whoa, that's amazing. So what does success look for you and your team then?
For me and my team, I would say for the most part, and I think every AV company would agree, success is a happy client. If I end my event with my client being like, yay, thank you, I'm walking away with a win.
So So I know there's pictures coming up over here. Are these some of the one of your shows that you were proud of?
Yeah, this one actually was crazy enough that popped up, perfect timing. That event was absolutely hectic. It was a private one I did. It was a bridal shower. And they told me they wanted a storm cloud effect.
Whoa.
And I was like, how do I make that? I'm like, am I gonna do like gobos or something? And then I looked, and that was kind of how the start of we branched into doing more custom designs. And we were like, you know what? We could get clouds made and then just put our lights in them to kind of give that like color effect.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That honestly, that looked amazing. So, talking about favorite events and shows that you guys worked on. So, I want to know what were the most challenging ones?
Most challenging ones. So for me, I would say, especially would have been last year. I did the CSC 2025 or 2024. Sorry, and it's pretty much a special event for special events. So it's a gala that discusses all of what we do in the industry and kind of give out awards to whoever did the best sales or whatever it may be. That one was crazy because the theme was abstract. And when you're doing events, everything is very formulated. There's a plan. It's systematic. But for this event, the whole design was just off the range. Screens were different sizes. They wanted the stage to be irregular. I had like round piece stages. I had sizes popping out. I had pieces on corners. I had about 8 different stage heights alone. It was like nuts. And for me coming into it was I worked on the start of the design, then I stepped away, and then I showed up day of to this whole build, and I was like, I know what, I shouldn't have maybe reviewed this design better, because I'm like, this is way too much for one day build.
Honestly, I'm kind of mad I missed that because that sounds so awesome. So I want to dive more into how do you approach designing and organizing, like when it comes to meet client needs and operational needs?
So for it really is a big part of it is transparency for me, at least. I like to meet with a client firsthand. A site visit is a must. I need to know kind of what the space is, what your vision is, and what your dream is. And then once you give me that in a theme, I take it away, work with my team, build out a rendering for them, and then we find a way to execute if that's the vision you want.
Whoa. So now the question of the $1 million, how did you get into events?
So how I got into events was actually a fluke. It's a crazy enough thing. I was 16, and I got a phone call from a friend who was like, we need a camera operator on this event that this company I'm interning for is doing. And I was like, okay. And I'm like, and? I don't know anything about cameras. But they were like, well, we just need someone right now, and we can't find anyone, and it's just essentially a body, and we'll teach you it on site. So I said, you know what? I guess I'll do it. Fake it till you make it kind of deal. Went out, did that, worked with the company on it, and then at the end of the show, I met the owner of the company, and me and him spoke, and he was just kind of like, oh, you're really hardworking. He noticed that, like, most people that tech in a lot of industry come across this, there's a lot of what we call suitcase techs. So when they finish, they just want to leave. And I was kind of like, because I didn't know anything, I'm like, no, what, I'll dive into it. I'm like, let's tear apart some stage. Let's take down lights. And he appreciated that, and he was like, can you come have a meeting with me? And we talked, and he made me a project lead, like off the hop. He was like, I just want to give you a shot. And I was like, okay, cool. So did that, worked alongside him. He kind of taught me the industry ins and out of the business. He's been around for like, honestly, I'd say since the like 70s. He's an older guy. But he was kind of grooming that sense, being like, you could really become a good managing part in this company.
Whoa. So indeed, guys, fake it till you make it, honestly. So I want to know, what was a defining moment in your journey? How, like, did you overcome those defining moments?
I think for me, one of the hardest kind of things to define, one of the most definite things I've faced is in events, rehearsals are key, right? And when I was younger, not knowing events, I kind of went in with the whole wild, just like, we're going to do this event. This is going to happen. Not knowing anything. So a defining moment that I learned and really taught me a lesson was I did a live stream, did everything by the book, but didn't check the like little boxes, which is a key note that everyone in this industry always check the little boxes. It's very important. And so I checked my levels of my live stream. I checked my audio, did all these things, full rehearsal. I'm like, it's great. The event starts. I get a phone call. We are not getting any audio in like the one Zoom call that's happening. And I'm like, this is terrible. Okay, I'm like, what happened? Let's go through it. Went through the whole thing, and I'm like, I can't figure out why. And it was literally the file line that was running with OBS just cut out. Like, there was no example. It's technology in this industry. When people say things just cut out and you think it's an excuse, it's really not. It does happen. So that happened. I was like, damn. And I'm like, how could I have predicted that? And then I actually spoke with the owner of the company at the time, and he was like, were you thorough? And I'm like, I think so. I'm like, I did it by the book, man. I'm like, I checked my levels on my Mixer. I checked my interface. I checked all my streams. And he was like, did you join the meeting yourself? And I'm like, what? And he's like, did you go outside and listen to the meeting? And I was like, no. And he's like, then that's not thorough. And I was like, why would you think of that? But then I got it, because I'm like, you need to check every box. If you want to have the successful event, it is what it is. And some people, you may frustrate, it may be upsetting, it may be annoying. You're like, why do we have to run through this 5 times? And it's like, if you want a perfect event, that's what it takes. The effort, it's the passion, kind of what you want to do to see the execution.
I honestly, I think, yeah, I agree with that. Is what drives you, right? So now I feel like I know this answer already, but who has influenced you approaching your work and your leadership style?
So I would say there's a blend between 2 people I've worked with in my years that really kind of set me for it. One of them is a guy named Ben Poon, who runs the whole department of AV for shakedown sound and lighting. He taught me with like working on any job, teamwork. And he said, no matter what, it's teamwork. He's like, it doesn't matter if you're the lead. Guess what? You gotta wrap a cable, you wrap a cable. It doesn't matter if you need to go run out and grab something, you go do that. Like, you need to make that level of flow. And that's what I kind of bring to my team and kind of teach them that, like, listen, if one of my guys needs a coffee, I'll go get that coffee. Like, I'm not sitting there pushing anyone out being like, listen, you're the new guy, go get coffee. But that between a well or formulated plan, which brings me to my next person, which is David DeCruz, who he right now is who I work for. He's the owner of SAVI. He taught me with doing anything is plan and execution, and knowing your plan and briefing your team, doing like the full follow-up steps instead of just going in hot and heavy. He would believe, like, I showed up to an event one time and I was like, I have a plan. He's like, does your team know the plan? And I'm like, I made the plan. And he's like, does your team know the plan? And it's the same kind of thing of sharing information. That is the must you have. If your team doesn't know, that's not their fault. It's on you. You need to be able to sit there and make sure that they know their job. That's what you're there for. And then they need to execute it on what they know.
Honestly, I agree. It's all about responsibilities. And for the audience, I want you guys to look around. Like, you might not think about it right now, but you guys are surrounded by family. And you guys will get to understand that later on, because I was you guys once, and I was surrounded by people that I didn't know, and then I ended up feeling like I was with family. So now I just want to thank you, Matthew, for all the insight and all that you shared with us. I think it was valuable. And I just want to bring you a token of appreciation for today. And thank you so much for everything.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Oh. Thank you. We're going to take a picture now. All right, so the token appreciation will be over there. Oh, yeah.
Save this for later.
Oh, wait, but you can sit down because I have actually, you don't leave yet because I have something to tell you. So I have missed something for you guys, something really important, so sorry. So I want to ask you guys, do you guys have any questions for Matthew before I let him go? I know I try to kick him out, but I don't think it's time for him to go.
I don't want to leave yet. Sorry.
All right.
Hello. Is this? All right. Okay.
I want to know about the dice.
It's a thing we use instead of a mic at school. They toss you a dice and you talk into it. But hi. Hello. My name is Bernardo, and I just have a question about how much you think the industry has changed over the years, and like how how probable do you think would be if, the thing that happened to you could happen now? Like, do you think it could still happen?
I would say, think about that question. It's a great question. The industry is always changing. And that's the hard thing about it is the industry we live in is something that no day is the same. Always something is new. I'm always finding about new technology. I would say it's really cool, just bringing on that. I'm going to sidebar it for a sec, but AI technology, have you heard about that? That's that new side of what's happening, which I learned with audio side has a massive impact in the things they can do. So problems can definitely happen still, but having these supports as we grow and as the industry grows will definitely help kind of solve those, I'd say.
Hi there. Ooh. Hi there. I'm David. I just had one, maybe two questions to ask. I just want to ask. Oh my God, give me a level list. Okay, cool. I just want to ask. I really respect your leadership traits, and I love the whole like team bonding aspect of like one goal movement forward. Can I get the mic? Okay, sorry. I want to ask. You guys hiring?
All right. So right now, we always are kind of open to new hires. I'd be welcome to after the fact if you want to. We can sidebar that one till the end, and we can have a little conversation. No problem.
Yeah, my follow-up was like, where can I reach you afterwards? But yeah, we can talk after. Thank you.
No worries.
All right. I think we have another question over here.
Coming around. Thank you. Good morning, Matthew. Hi, I'm
Good morning.
Annie. I was just wondering what your advice would be to, you're here talking to us today, to folks who are interested in getting into the industry. What words of advice would you give us?
I would say be adaptive and stay passionate. Industry changes, you're gonna face like problems that'll come. Be passionate and always be willing to sit there and never take a problem for a problem. Never be like, all right, this is happening, we can't solve it. Always trying to find a way to solve that solution.
Hi, I'm Lavinia. I have a question. As someone that's starting out in the industry, what do you think are some of the most important skills to develop?
Skills, that's actually a really good question. And there's one skill I was talking about earlier, and it's called the keep cool factor. And it is a skill. People say, oh, no, it's not. It's just who people are. But it's something that can be learned and can be trained. And it's no matter what's happening, no matter what's going on, stay calm. Stay calm, stay collect. Don't let your team know. And you can talk, but it doesn't mean don't share problems, because I want to discuss that problems need to be discussed. But don't let the panic go. Let everyone know it's okay. You're going to find a solution. And the one thing I can say in every event I've done, to just add some ease to that, is we've never not had a solution. It may have been down to the line, down to stress, but you figure it out.
Thank you.
All right, we have one more.
Hi, my name is Chelsea. So I just want to ask that this is a really competitive industry. Hello? Okay, so basically how would you pick the company?
How would I pick a company? Well, I'm biased, because I'm going to pick SAVI every day, but that's just me. To be honest, I've worked in the industry before I was with SAVI. After my whole startup with the whole camera incident, I was in the industry as a freelancer for about 6 years. And I've worked with companies across the board. And there are a lot of great companies. It's really hard to decide what you want. It all depends kind of what you're looking for. And for me, I'm better described suited as client. Do you want a hands-on company that's going to work with you and teach you? Or do you want a company that you're going in that it's super professional, timeline-wise and based? Because there is a real defining method when it comes to that.
All right. So I think that was the end of the Q&A section. So I want to thank you, Matthew, once again. Now, unfortunately, I think I'm kicking you out now.
Yeah, Joe.
Thank you so much for your time, though, and we'll hopefully see you again.
Thank you. I am taking this mug, though.
Oh, yeah. Feel welcome. Anyway, guys, so before I let you guys go, I will show you guys our upcoming projects, one of our teasers. All right. So sorry for that, man. All right, so I want you guys to take your phone out just for 1 second. I know I'm holding you guys. But I just want to announce that we have our media production club. So we're excited to announce it, and we have a few projects coming up with it. So we would feel really happy that you guys are part of this. So once again, thank you so much for this, for everything. You guys are what make EMP Talks. And my name is Santiago once again, and thank you so much for everything.
Hello. Just letting everybody know that we also still, we're gonna do a little tour as well. So we are done the show, but if you wanna ask people, anybody individually about like the different things that we have going on today, feel free. And also Matthew is gonna stay, so any other questions you have directly to Matthew or about anything, about contacting, you can talk to him, okay? Thank you so much for joining. No, you didn't. We just added it. That's because we're gonna go do a little tour and picture. Do you want picture right now?